So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Planets Through Ascendant series of the week. And this week we're going to be covering our series of Sun in the second house in the sign of Pisces for an Aquarius ascendant. And what happened when Sun rules the second or rules the seventh house with the sign of Leo, sits in the second house in Pisces for an Aquarius person. And as always, if you do not know where your Sun's placed, all the other astrological details, my books like Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and Mahadashas, the Speed of Light, including all my consultations, or check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report. So, as you know, this is different from my regular series of Sun in signs and houses. Now we're like combining the two energies together. So, seventh house is a house of marriage, business, partnership, career, mass fame. It's a house of other people. But mainly, these are the very basic thing. And then, Sun goes into the second house in Pisces. So, what is it doing in a person's chart? Well, one thing we see is that your spouse would definitely bring in wealth and money in your life, but your spouse will also control your bank account. Spouse will control the assets within the marriage. Now, this can be negative and positive sometimes, but in Sun's case, it usually is positive. Like you'll be wanting them to, you'll want for them to control the bank account, regardless of if you're a male or female. A male would want the spouse to have the control of the account so she can pay all the bills while the husband's at work. Or the female will be like, you know what, my spouse is very good at managing, budgeting. He doesn't spend so much money. I'd rather have him control because I might spend all my money. This also shows your spouse brings in huge transformation in your family. And remember, this is something I'm talking about without aspect, without conjunction. So we don't know, how this is working out. But on the surface level, they bring a very positive transformation within the family. Because second house represents the family that you grew up in. And so spouse is there. And we definitely see that your spouse loves being around your family more than even their own. And your spouse would love to spend money when it has something to do with traveling, going to foreign places, spiritual places. Especially your spouse could also love lighthouses, wanting to go like Ireland or Scotland. Spouse is very peaceful, calm person, especially within the family environment. And they are very much in sync with the more sensual things in life. They love arts, beauty, music, creativity. They definitely would want to own an animal, like a cat or a dog, ferret and whatnot. Because I know ferrets are becoming like pretty much dogs and cats now. They have a very emotional connection towards the animals. They will be able to transform your ability to talk softly and swiftly. They will calm you down. Whenever you are in aggression, whenever you are angry and frustrated, your spouse will have this ability to make you feel more calm and make you feel more settled in life. Your spouse, even if you are a male, could be taller than you. But body structure usually is a slim body with wider hips and especially they have a long oval face, broad nose. Now, broad nose doesn't mean that they have a bad nose. It's a type of shape. And definitely they have hair, long hair. They love having, especially your spouse will love having long hair. But the thing is, they have very sharp face features. Like this, like standing out type face features. Now, obviously, not all of these placements will be the same. As you know, it's common sense, because you can have Moon in the 7th house, you can have Venus in the 7th house, Saturn in the 7th house, Sun could be conjunct a certain planet. But the ego of the spouse is not really displayed as much. Spouse hides their ego. Spouse does not need to display their ego. And through spouse, one can also attain recognition. Just by you being married to your spouse, your recognition can come. And you will also become very close to your ancestral lineage. Like once you get married and the spouse comes in your life, somehow you're going to be attracted towards wanting to know your own lineage, wanting to know your own, family's dynasty. But one thing is for sure, wealth always comes in. Now, what time it comes in, when it comes in, that all depends upon the circumstances and the yogas and the time periods, but wealth comes in. A person enjoys wealth through spouse. Now, if let's say I'm saying person will enjoy this much wealth, right? Well, through other conjunction aspects, it could be this much, but it will be there. Okay, so guys, this was my analysis of Sun in the 2nd house in the sign of Pisces. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And you want to know where your Sun is placed, all your astrological details, my books, reports, consultations, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.